Welcome to part 11, From Trust to Trauma. Dating my therapist. Let's go. Let's talk about me saying yes to the date, shall we? So yes, I said yes to go to lunch with Kay. Now this wasn't no ordinary lunch. We always did things that was super cute, so we decided to do a picnic. We went to Publix, we got sandwiches, our favorite chips, some water, and we set up outside. This was supposed to be a friendly date, no strings attached, right? So we out there sitting down or whatever, and soon as we started to open up our sandwiches, a dark cloud came over our heads, and I heard some thunder. I said, I know you fucking lying. He out there trying to grab the blanket and put all the food and snacks back in the bag. But baby, that rain completely shut it down. So we decided to change destinations and we agreed to go to Barnes & Noble. So before we went to Barnes & Noble, we swung by Starbucks and got my favorite Frappuccino. The whole point of this meetup was for us to catch up and to acknowledge everything that had happened up until we got kicked out. So, she's asking me, hey, how you been? I tell her that, I've been really great. I'm still working for Tisha. Although I'm not in the same city as her, I'm still able to work remotely. She tells me that she's been doing really good. She's been journaling, and she starts to share with me some of the letters that she had wrote to me while being away. So I was telling her all about Tisha and how, she had got admitted into the hospital. So she wasn't able to post and keep things going. So I was taking over with helping out with her posting while she was away. So she was telling me that, she was very proud of me and everything that I was doing, and that I needed to consider possibly opening up a second stream of income just in case things started to go downhill with Tisha's health. I needed to make sure that, I always had something else coming in. So from there, we started brainstorming about the different things that I could do in the meantime to help myself. I had already told her that I had been doing DoorDash and Spark and Grubhub. But we both knew I wasn't going to be doing that for too long because, As we're in Barnes & Noble, I'm not even realizing the real reason that we're there, and it's for her to apologize in person. And we done went from that to her being my accountability partner. Like, what are we doing? So the weather seems to slack up. There's no more rain. So we decided to leave Barnes & Noble and go back downtown, where we just started walking on the south side of the city. So as we walking down the south side, we end up coming up by this real cute restaurant. And as we were peeking in, the owner had came outside. Looks like he was smoking a cigarette. And he was just like, hey, y'all coming in here? And I'm like, oh, no. So, yeah, mind you, this is what I had on. I just had on like a t-shirt, little two pom-poms in my head, looking like a big kid. And I was not ready. I purposely dressed like that because I wanted to make sure that it was friendly. So he's like, oh, man, y'all should really come inside. I'm like, oh, and she's like, oh, we can change. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, we can come back and check it out. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. We'll come back, And he's like, oh, you sure you're going to come back? And we're like, yeah, we're going to come back. So she had a whole set in the car, like a whole outfit. And I was like, you was prepared, huh? So we went back to my mom's house or whatever, and I showered and got dressed. So my mom, she comes in there where I'm at, and she's just like, Kate, like, what? It's just a friendly thing. She just wanted to come and apologize and, yada, yada. And she's just like, okay, be careful with that, because I don't really trust Kay like that. So we end up heading to the spot, and when you first walk in, y'all, like, there's candles on the table, chandelier, a minimalistic like vibe, modern. I have a picture here so you guys can see. It was so freaking cute. Like, it wasn't giving friendly vibes, but I mean, it was cute. So the owner ends up seeing us, and it's like, what's up? Y'all came back, And so we're like, yeah, you know, we told you we was going to come back. You know, we really wanted to check it out. So Kay sits across from me at the little table or whatever, and they come over and they light the candle or whatever. And so we end up looking over the menus to see what we want. So she decides to try a dish. I tried one. And then I get her to do my content since I couldn't really get it today. So first the drinks came out, right? So I had like this little cute lemon drop Cosmo like drink or whatever. And I asked her, I was like, hey, do you mind like taking this video of me? Because I want to see myself in a different point of view. And so she ended up, you know, recording me with my drink. I was feeling cute, as you can see down here. Yeah, honey. And then the food came afterwards. So the appetizers came out. She let me try her appetizer, which was really good. It was like this sweet potato soup type thing. And y'all, it was amazing. I can't even lie. Oh, and so then, you know, my food ended up coming out. And so, you know, I had her record content of me, you know what I'm saying, rating the food or whatever, and just talking about like how good it was. So at this point, we having a really good time. We laughing, we giggling and everything, creating content. And I started to thank her. I was like, you know, I know that this wasn't in the plans outside of, you know, the light lunch picnic that we had. So I really appreciate you treating me. You really didn't have to, you know. And she was like, nah, Dream is good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got you. I feel like you deserve it. After everything I put you through, I really feel like I deserve to bring you out, get you in a different atmosphere. I know you've been thinking about being on grind mode since you came to the city. You know, I just want you to relax a little bit and enjoy yourself. So at this point, you know what I'm saying, we're done with the food, we're done with the drinks, and so, you know, the check comes. So she gives, you know, the waitress the card or whatever, and we're still chopping it up, talking, you know. Why they came back to whisper at the table that her card declined? Say what? Girl, yes. I'm sitting there at the table like, I just know. I just know. It's a mistake, right? You got another card. She's in there going through her wallet, you know, looking for different cards or whatever. And I'm just like, she's like, I freaking left, like, you know, my main card or whatever at the house, rushing. And, you know, so all she had was like another card and like a Cash App card or whatever. So she tried another card. It didn't work. So she's, at this point, I can tell she's embarrassed. You know, she's feeling away. And my card was actually at home. I had money to pay for it. And she was saying that, you know, she would have paid me back, but I didn't have my card with me. That was the thing. I had left all of that. Remember, it was supposed to be just a picnic, so I didn't think that we were going to do everything that we did. So I didn't bring anything like that. So, yeah. I wasn't mad at the fact that, you know what I'm saying, the card declined because, like, you know, things happen. You could have it locked or, you know what I'm saying, maybe you need to do a transfer. Things happen. We've all been there, right? The reason why I was really mad is because for so long I have been telling you, why don't you know what you have before you walk up into anywhere trying to purchase anything? Why are we still swiping without knowing what's there? After the third card being tried, the waitress comes back to the table like, yeah, swiper ain't swiping. Okay, let's figure this out. So she ended up getting in contact with one of her friends who actually sent her the funds via Cash App, and then we were able to pay for the ticket. So leaving out of there was, you know, very awkward in a sense, because of the fact that she was embarrassed, right? So she was kind of quiet, you know, on the way to the house for the most part. She was dropping me back off at home to my mom's, you know, and we went on and, you know, said our goodbyes or whatever so she can go back to where she was or whatever, and I go back to where I was. So at this point, I'm just wondering, should I keep this going or should I just leave this where it's at? Find out in part 12.